All right, the broadcast has started, though we're not technically starting anything yet. Got to wait for Chris to come in. If Chris doesn't come in, it'll just be me and you again this time around, but that's okay. Let's see, can I give microphone control to anybody? I can. Hey, so if anybody else wants to come up and keep us company, we can have you come up on the mic and we'll talk to each other. Doing good, just tired, Raj. Just very tired. We've been a busy project, as you guys can imagine. All right, guys, we have started our broadcast, but I'm not going to start the session for a little bit yet. If you want to talk, you guys can come up on mic. Just let me know who wants to do it, and I'll give you mic access. Still want to know the hangman answer. I haven't released the hangman answer to anybody yet. We're waiting for the final answer on the blockchain before I do so. Only one person has come really close to answering it, but they haven't got it yet because they have to answer it just right. But you all have given it your college try without any hints. I love it. How many people? We got 29 people in here this time around. Aaron, are you there? Hello. Don't want it to just be me talking. Ha! The hangman puzzle might have been hard, but it wasn't the hardest puzzle we've done. Hi, Yuri. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, Daniel. Glad to have you guys here. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Jayton. How you doing, buddy? We have our spring presentation up and running. I figured something nice and green would be a good color for our backdrop this time. I think you meant ciphers. I'm going to read yours as ciphers, Raj, because otherwise ciphers means something totally different. Just tired, man. Otherwise doing all right. Just waiting for Chris to come on in. I know that he had a very busy week and a very busy weekend. I'm hoping he can come in today. And we're just waiting for Aaron to come talk on the mic with us. Otherwise, I don't want to be the only one talking. I don't like hearing my own voice. At the last AMA, Caesar, I was sick and had no internet, so I wasn't there. Hi, Alistair. Welcome. No, I just have other things to focus on, Anthony. I've turned over the Telegram chat to our admins and to Aaron. I don't have time to focus on that chat at the moment. Between working on this project, getting the websites up and operational, our mobile apps operational, coordinating our development team, which is growing and growing and growing, I don't have time to talk in the chat that often anymore. Well, we do have a great announcement coming up in this AMA, something we usually don't do in AMAs, but we have actually 2 announcements coming up. So definitely stay with this AMA, and we'll let you know what those are near the end. Oh, we have about 14 people on the development team now, everything from QA to UI to UX and developers. It's a big team. Ooh. I'm going to ping Aaron in Telegram chat here. 14, 1-4, Vitless. Is it Vitless or Vitalis? Vitalis? I'm not sure. De nada. Glad we can answer that for you. We got 5 more minutes before we're actually going to start. I might have to do white wine if he's going to do beer. Chris will be here momentarily. He just pinged me over here. Ooh. Insomnia is a crazy thing. I hope you guys never have to go through that. Sometimes in this industry, we stay up all night. Oh, a night camp. I ran out of sake for that. I need some sake on that one. That's a good idea, Stuart. I don't want a formal AMA. I've been to several projects that have these formal AMAs, and it's just so boring. SoMee isn't like that. We're a social media group. We got to be out there and having fun, you know? Get a little laughter in there. Answer the questions that you guys have and just be us. Otherwise, what type of project would we be, right? About 3 minutes here. Chris is messaging me, so I know he's awake, so he should be joining us. Aaron, I think, disappeared. I showed that Aaron has logged in, but not responding to my messages. So if you want to come up on mic and have a chat, we can let you have mic access. Just let me know. Otherwise, we'll be starting here shortly. Nothing wrong with differently. You guys will like the announcement we have coming up. Talk about differently. Indeed, Tim. I think Aaron sent me a message. He's having some technical difficulties. Apparently, his browser isn't cooperating him. I told him to close his browser and try again. But then again, he has these weird setups, everything from VPNs to Linuxes to God knows what else this man has running. Yes, I am predominantly responsible for the developer blog, SoMee Facts. I haven't been updating it of late because I've been following along with the teams, but I'm the guy that usually posts everything there. And about a minute and a half. Well, that's true. You could log in on the app. Tell Aaron to use the app. Good idea, Stuart. Everything works for me in Chrome, so I just use Chrome. You know, there's nothing wrong with Brave. I like Brave. I use Brave every now and then. In fact, I get weekly BAT payments because I use Brave enough. But at the same time, you know, some websites that I just don't like on Brave because they don't load very well. But Brave, the new Edge, and Chrome, they're all Chromium-based browsers, so they all pretty much work the same. As long as you tell me you don't use Oprah. I was like, no Oprah. Hi, Crypto. We do have a Discord group. I need to be more active on that group. I built it because we have a lot of people that don't want to be on Telegram, so they wanted to get on Discord, but it hasn't been a very active group. Plus, it's the only one that we can do voice chats on, really. We have different tier voice chat groups on our Discord group. I need to start loading that up every day. Thanks for reminding me, Raj. Crypto XS. Don't know who you are, but hi. I know you're in all of our AMAs. I just don't know which person you are. And Starbucks, huh? Macchiatos, vanilla. Throw a little vodka in there and we're good. Probably about 25 or so, Stuart. Not very many. Then again, we haven't done any advertising on the Discord group or linking with any other Discorders. Should be linked in. Well, the last time I was there, it was linked in the pinned message in the SoMee channel. But I know it is most likely in our dev blog too, so you can look there, Aramis. Chris is joining us. Aaron is trying to get in. It's just me right now. Vibing out with everybody here. The developer blog link is actually pretty easy. I made that pretty easy for everybody here. It's just devs.somee.social. And I don't know if I put the, let me see.
Can you hear me?
Click it down at the bottom.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
We could finally hear you.
I don't know why it was doing that. I just had to reset my Chrome settings and then, it worked. But it was just a pain. Is Chris coming?
Well, I told him about it. He had just messaged me a few minutes ago. He should be on his way in. I'm going to give him maybe 5 more minutes, and then if he doesn't show up, then we'll wait for him to come in, and you and I can just continue on.
Yeah, because we're already late, and this is going to... Doesn't this just shut off after 2:30? No? Okay.
No. It stays on as long as I have control. So if I close the window, it's going to go away. But if I'm still here, we're good. Yep, there's the Discord link. Thank you very much. We've got about 2 more minutes while we're waiting for Chris, if he can come in. And otherwise, me and Aaron will kick it off. We have more slides this time around than we usually have because we have a lot to discuss.
Yeah, a lot of big announcements. And a big announcement.
Caesar says you owe us a beer. So don't get me beer. I hate beer. Honestly, I don't understand how people can drink that stuff. Beer just tastes so weird.
Depends on the brand.
I haven't really tasted a good one. Oh, we have an announcement on that, Alvaro. Don't worry. Plus, we always come up with great competitions. I think my next one, you guys are going to find interesting. I haven't decided if I'm going to host it, where I'm going to host it, but I'll give you a sneak peek on our next competition. It's either going to be a Minecraft competition or it's going to be an online scavenger hunt. So good luck.
The online scavenger hunt, I think, would be impossible. The last one was near impossible. I mean, it was funny because you put it right there on the page, but I mean that decoy was something else, I'll tell you.
it made people work on it. Heck, they created a separate
They
group just
also
to work on that
they
challenge. That
they,
was
they
awesome.
also ran down many different false rabbit holes and thought that they figured things out, and just to run into a roadblock. Oh man.
Jose, I like your question, but we're going to get to it in the question and answer section. So it's already 5 after. Chris is going to show up here. He's already aware of it. He just had to stay up late last night, so he's a little tired. So he'll come in when he comes in. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get started. I would give you a video of me, but I look like a scary Frankenstein at the moment because I am tired. So there is no video of me, but Aaron can
Bijo's
come up on
saying he
video if
can
he
hear
wants.
nothing. Can anybody else hear us?
Can anybody hear us? Type in chat if you can hear us. Oh, look, everybody can hear us. Loud and clear, Raj says. Jayton says yes. So Bijo is the special one. Tell him to join on the app. Probably the easiest way. So welcome everybody to our May or end of April going into May AMA. It has been a long month and development has been incredibly crazy in regards to SoMee.social. Our development team grew by about 5 people this month because we added more QA team and we added more designers in there as well. So we have a lot to cover. It is spring 2021. It is beautiful outside out here in Las Vegas. I don't know where everybody else is, but I'm sure it's starting to turn pretty nice out there for everybody too. Hence our lovely butterfly theme that we have going on this time around. So the format of this particular AMA, we're going to talk about our project status, what we're currently doing. We're going to talk about the new features on the SoMee app and with the SoMee project. And then we're going to talk to Aaron and answer questions that we have from the community. What do you think about that?
Sounds good to me. I think you guys are going to really like this one. It's jam-packed with a lot of information.
So let's go ahead and just talk about our project status. We have been doing development like crazy, as I've already mentioned once or twice before, and every single time you guys come in here. And when I say like crazy, I mean we're doing like a year and a half's worth of development in a matter of months. That's how many developers we have working on this and how dedicated we are to getting this new project up and online for you. Just in the last few days, we have released our new SoMee application into the Google Play Store as well as to the Apple Store. We are beginning working on the private messaging on the platform so that you guys can send messages to each other, have encrypted messages and all that good stuff, working on video capabilities, and we've got a few partner announcements to make today. But from a project status, especially the blockchain status, we have our plan and direction in place right now. We're just working on development over May and June so that we can get it out to you guys, following right along with our current roadmap that we have out there, which you guys can view the roadmap on our dev blog, devs.somee.social. Just take a look there. You can also search for roadmap. It'll appear in the searches that you have there. But from a project status, we're still on track to meet all of the goals that we have laid out within the roadmap. I got to tell you, Aaron, our development team, they look at that roadmap and they freak out a little bit because they're not sure if they're going to meet it. And then all of a sudden they meet it and they just throw a
Yeah,
big
they're killing it.
celebration.
I mean, they're being able to develop something that would normally take a year and a half within a couple months. I mean,
it's actually quite impressive everything they've done so far. Plus, we've added translations for the mobile apps too. So I mean, come on, think
yeah,
about
there's
that.
just some like aesthetic things, but besides that, I mean, they're killing it.
So let's talk about the Google Play Store and the Apple Store. So we did just release the new SoMee app on the Google Play Store. Plus, we've released it on the website. And most likely on May 3rd, and this is very important for everybody to know, on May 3rd, we're most likely going to transition to what we call an open beta status, which means you don't have to be a beta member to be able to use the application on mobile or web. But for right now, if you download the new app, which will have the SoMee logo, but it'll say beta on it, in the Play Store or the iOS store, you'll be able to use the application if you're an active beta member. We have released it for Android. It's already out there for everybody to use if you have beta access. iOS is a little bit lagging behind. Apple has been taking weeks to review things. So hopefully within the next 3 or 4 days, it should be out there for iOS for you guys to use as well. Now, Aaron, as you had asked before, this is a brand new application. Even if you guys already have the SoMee application installed on your phones, you can't just update it to get this new version. To get this new version, which is a completely new technology, you have to remove your SoMee app and install the new one. Now, because all of your data is stored out there in the cloud and it's not shared with anybody, you're not going to lose anything, but you will have to
Well, I have
download the
both
new
of them
app to your
installed
phone.
right now, so I mean, it's. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna uninstall the other one too.
Aren't you one of the special people that have 3 versions installed? You've got the test version, you've got the
Yeah,
old version,
yeah.
and the new
Right.
beta. So they sent me a picture yesterday. And they're like, I have 2 versions installed after. No, you have 3 because you're a
There's
tester.
Chris.
Hey,
Hello,
it's Chris.
everybody.
Welcome,
Sorry
We're
Chris.
gonna
being
need you to
late.
turn on video because we're
Oh.
too shy.
Yeah, actually, my onboard video for some reason is not coming through on this all-in-one. I've been having problems with it lately, so I apologize, everybody. I
That's
guess
okay.
we have to go with the pretty pictures that that Phillip made for us today.
We got spring here, man. Look at page 1. All the way back to page 1. It is spring,
spring
2021.
That looks nice.
So we're going to come back over here and talk where we were. We demand to see Aaron. They want you to be on camera. They demand to see you.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I have a couple versions of the new app installed. I had test flight, and I didn't install the one in the App Store yet, but I have the old version as well. So it looks good. It's really coming together. I'm really impressed with the new app, and I can't
They've
wait
done so much on it, though. You know,
they've done a ton. Yeah, they've really, like, I think last month they for mobile it was like 163 features or issues and things that they did through their sprint, which is pretty significant. So they're working really hard.
that's actually really cool because I was kind of surprised with the amount of work they've actually put in there. And I think for most of us, we're like, we've been in the beta stage for a while, and people have been like, why can't we get the app out and running? I mean, Hyper was out in 6 months and things like that. But what you guys fail to remember is Hyper actually took about 1.5 to 2 years of development. The app version that you guys have out there on beta.somee.social is 2 months of development. And what you're using on the new web apps is only 3 months of development. So for us, it's one of those things where the team is actually working their butts off to get this out for everybody. And it's very important for people to realize that.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's the team is doing a great job, and we're really just happy with how everything's flowing together. Also, Phillip and I went and did a code review. So he took me through where you can use a software to actually analyze all the code and the conventions and everything in your repo, your code repos, and it all gets an A+. So that's my hats off to the team because they're coding to standards that are giving us an A+.
I'm upside down here on my camera. I was going to turn it on, but for some reason my camera's upside down. This is sad. Okay. I look so weird on camera. I don't like showing myself. I just think,
what software was that we used on the analysis, by the way, Phillip? Because I can never.
we have so many. We use Code we use Code Cave, we use Codacy, we use Sonar Cube. Right now, Sonar Cube is probably the biggest one that we use.
Got it. Yeah, that's the newer one that we just installed. Yeah, but when we went through it, I think it was Codacy or one of those that really gave all the code an A+. And it measured a number of different things, and I don't know, just the
Do we
team's
have
doing
any
a great job.
screenshots that we can show of the app?
Well, I mean, if you use the actual mobile, if you've ever been on the mobile app, it's the exact same thing. There really is no difference. So showing you a screenshot would be the same thing as just showing you the website. But
We can give them a few sneak peeks of the video that's coming, the video features.
do we have that? Do you want me to show them just the designs?
Let me see if
I can do the design one. I have the link for it.
Yeah, sure. Let's just give them a couple snapshots, I guess, because I don't think the team wants them to show the link to the Figma per se.
No, I won't show the link to the Figma, but what I will do is I can share the screen while I'm on Figma.
Oh, yeah.
Then you guys can actually see that. So let me just scroll into just that section. And we'll share the screen on that one. Let's see, share screen, this one, share. All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so keep in mind, we're sharing out a UI UX document with you, which means we've kind of formalized all of these designs, but that doesn't mean that absolutely everything you're going to see in here is what's going to be in the app. It's just very, very close to what's going to be in the app. And then, I'm going to zoom in a little better here. So we do have the ability for you guys to send, of course, gift messages, as you know, and we do have the ability for you to see those gift messages. Where's the video? Video. Oh, it's down here. Here we go. So you guys will have the ability to record live video or even broadcast live video. And you can just click on the little video icon that we have down at the bottom, which will connect to our video services. And then when you are connected to your live video, whether it's with one person, two people, or whatever the case may be, you'll be able to actually conference with multiple people, with one person, have a live video calls. You can add filters and effects. You can change the layout of how the screen looks if you want to see everybody at one time or just one person. People can join your conference if they have a link to it that you share out. It's actually really, really nice. I don't think I have the link to the small clip videos yet, Chris, because they're still finalizing those.
Yeah, those are coming, but it looks really good, and the filters and everything that they're going to have in there in the short video clip live streams, it's just going to be a lot of fun. So it'll give you guys pretty much all the latest features, kind of a TikTok feel to it, and it just brings us up to the latest and greatest for social media. So we're excited to deliver that. And that's scheduled to release at the end of next month, I believe.
On May 28th, that's right. And we actually can talk about that next, believe it or not.
Oh, nice.
So we are releasing messaging this month, which means on the 30th of this month is when the messaging feature is coming out. And that is private end-to-end encrypted chat between you and another person. It'll save your chat messages, put it into the database nice and encrypted so that you always have them. Plus you can destroy your chats whenever you want to destroy your chats. That way they're no longer there. And you'll be able to talk just like you would on any other platform. We also have the ability to join video chat in the exact same text session that you're in, and we'll have multiple people that you can have like group chats and things like that. So those features are coming as well. That will be in this release. I was going to try to see if I can show some of the guys the video effects that we were using. Did you want to talk about the messaging while I find that?
Yeah, I'm happy that we have this done. We got it done quickly, and that we're releasing it. So everybody's been asking for a chat, and at one point we considered maybe even integrating Telegram because so many people are using it. But then we just decided that we would spin up our own end-to-end encrypted chat for people.
You guys can yell at Phillip for that. Phillip said no to integrating Telegram.
That's Philip's fault.
That's my fault. I said no to that because I didn't want us to have to rely on a third-party service to be online for that. It's better for us to have that on our own services in case something goes wrong. We can actually keep it online, so we don't have to rely on something going
Yeah.
wrong.
It
Well,
was a smart
there were
move.
several issues besides just the relying on Telegram too. So we would have to create just brand new accounts for everybody on Telegram who joins SoMee, so it just doesn't make sense.
There's a lot that goes into it, which is true. I wanted to show you guys some of the effects that we have coming too, but let's talk about video capabilities coming on the May update. So in video capabilities, we are going to be releasing the live streaming video, which is what I showed you guys, the video conferencing, which is what I showed you guys, personal and group and person-to-person video chats. Basically, if you want to video somebody, you have that ability. And then short video clips. And short video clips are like Snapchat and Telegram messages. Sorry, not Telegram, but TikTok. Sorry, the other T. So Snapchat and TikTok type videos with video filters and video effects and the ability to share and to your heart's content. That's coming in the May 28th update. So a lot of good stuff coming with that. And then there were some effect changes that we're actually putting in that come with our video service and custom ones as well. I just can't seem to find the link for that one right now because I usually don't share those out. But if I find it, I'll come back and we'll circle back to the video side of the house. The whole great thing about video, though, Chris and Aaron, is just so you know, this is on our own infrastructure, using our own video services. So this is really big for us. It's not like relying on somebody else. This is us providing it.
Right.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, and the fact the team did that, and again, they worked really hard to roll this out and to get it ready in a really accelerated timeline. So good job.
So that's really cool. And then we're gonna, no, I don't want to talk about that one yet. No, going to that next page yet. So then we have some of the other features that are coming out with it as well. The main features coming out in this month's release, I didn't build a slide for this, so I apologize. But the main features coming out in this month's release are the search results so that you guys can use the search functionality in the apps, the user's profile with our follower system so that you can see your profiles. Of course, the single post page so that when you share a link to a post, you can see that. Your notifications and alert page will be operational. Of course, the messaging, and we are introducing a whole new 3-column layout so that our posts look more uniform, regardless of the platform that you're on. So all of that is coming in the 30th of April update.
Yeah, exactly. Good job on going over that. So everybody will be excited, and I believe we will at that time, towards like the 1st of May or maybe the 3rd of May, we're going to open up the beta as well, so everybody can start. It'll be open for everyone just to come in and check it out.
Yes, I did talk to AG on that one. We are going to most likely do that on the 3rd of May.
Okay.
And that will allow us to completely replace SoMee.social with the all new version out there. You don't have to be a beta member to have access to it, and you'll be there.
Sweet. That's going to be exciting. So everybody will be able to get in there and start using it and see all the new features as they're added.
Yes. Now, here's the fun part. The May 28th stuff. It does, we talk about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things being released on the 30th. May 28 only has 1, 2, 3, 4 things to be released. That's it. That's all. But those 4 things are huge. We're talking about, groups and company pages introduction. We're talking about the video calls, the short clips, and modifying the overall design for the 3-column layout. So those 4 things are huge. They are fundamental changes to our application. But the other major thing about the May 28th release is that pretty much finalizes our application development for our software. So that takes care of the social media side of the house. So we can completely focus on the blockchain and adding in all of our DeFi elements and things like that. So that is going to get us ready for talking about our next slide, which is one of the first times that we usually ever talk about partnerships anywhere outside of an AMA. So we have a major partnership announcement here, and I will let Chris and Aaron take this one because I am the tech guy. Here you go.
Absolutely.
All you, Chris.
Yeah, no, this has been exciting that this came together with Genesis Shards and Card Starter. And basically, we're going to be collaborating with them to launch a IDO. And it's basically that is going to be the platform that'll release the SoMee SAT token or advertising token that is going to be, in essence, replacing G-Bucks. And so we're basically going to release it to the community. Now, those who are this isn't the entire announcement, so there's a clip in the announcement later on for our existing community members that we're going to be also reserving those for them. So for those who had the double points or who were holding points, you'll receive a portion of those in the SAT token, and then we have another aspect to this that will be driving, of course, just like the current ecosystem, the content and the voting power and powering up. So the other half of your bonus amount will come in that token, where you'll be powered up on the new network. So that way you have kind of the full scope of everything, that all the digital assets that are going to be powering the platform for those existing hodlers. So, but this is super exciting to actually work with these organizations, these partners, to help us launch this into the market, because they're bringing in a whole community, thousands and thousands of people that are excited to participate in this. And it's just a great partnership. And Card Starter itself too as well is pretty much the go-to launch pad for
What was the first?
Cardano now. And yeah, they're the first and only, really, pretty much right now. And they basically, I think, I don't know if they're going to be like the only one in the near future, but I think that's kind of where they're headed with this. And we're really pleased and honored to be working with them. They're great, great team of people, and we're really thankful to have partnered with them and Genesis Shards. So basically, they're going to be doing everything. It kind of goes through them. They have everything set up. But what we talked about is that proceeds will help us obviously integrate with Cardano, and that'll take some time, but we'll immediately get that going and get that integration going onto the Cardano blockchain, and then we'll also build out a custom kind of integration with Card Starter, because as a partner, we want to support what they're doing in the future through SoMee, and kind of empower that whole ecosystem with the IDOs. So we're really excited about that. I think it's going to be all around.
Yeah, and the other important thing to mention is that we've been accepted into their CAP program, or Cardano Acceleration Program. So they're going to be accelerating the project and helping us push the project further. So yeah, it's good, really big partnership.
Yeah, they're faster. Yeah, they're going to accelerate us. So that's a great point, that they basically selected us for their accelerator partnership and program, and they're very selective. So we're really thankful and honored that they would choose SoMee to work with. So yeah, this is the Cardano custom blockchain integration is going to provide the community with a number of benefits. So once we integrate with Cardano, there's going to be reduced gas fees. There's going to be a unique metadata feature that we can leverage for privacy, data control, and allow the users to leverage that control and SAT, of course, the advertising token, towards monetization of specific data points in SoMe's ad share system. So the whole idea is that we can leverage the Cardano ecosystem and blockchain and what they've built with those metadata features very uniquely with our SoMe advertising token system. And so basically they're going to release this on as an ERC token initially. It'll be pretty much locked. And then 30 days later, we'll release on Uniswap. And then once the Cardano is ready, the card bridge will be used to transition and swap it all into the ADA ecosystem. So that's how it'll work.
So I think it's also probably very important to answer one of the questions that was just asked inside of chat right now. That does not mean that SoMe is switching 100% over to Cardano. That's not how we're doing type of things like this. What we're doing is implementing Cardano as a side chain to SoMe.social as well for specific purposes, whether it's going to be earning on Cardano or for the advertising G-Buck side of the house here too. But that means we're also implementing other chains as well, not just Cardano. I don't want you guys thinking that we're only doing Cardano.
For the token, we are shifting all of the tokens over to Cardano. But for the platform, yeah, it's going to be multi-chain.
There will be multi-chain, right? So it's all about, in this industry now, it's all about interoperability. So we want to give the community as much choice as possible and leveraging what's happening within the ecosystem. So all the innovations happening on Cardano, we want to be able to leverage that and take advantage of it and benefit the community with, for example, the SAT release, where we're leveraging certain things that are going to benefit the community for, using metadata, for controlling their private information, for scale, leveraging Cardano for scale in certain aspects. But that's not to say that we don't want you to be able to also, if you want to interact with Ethereum, although the gas fees are can get quite high. Some people still want to leverage their chain, so we're not going to just turn that off. We're going to keep that connected onto the platform and give you guys the choice to be able to leverage that. So there's other integrations too that we haven't announced yet that are coming. So we'll save that for another AMA. But there's some other exciting things that are right behind this. There's also another little clip that wasn't in this statement, but it's in the main release, is that there's going to be a SAT Elite program that's also released with this SAT token. So, and basically those who continue to accumulate or stack those SATs beyond the Uniswap release will have the opportunity to participate in the SAT Elite program, which will include special brand campaign interactions that incorporate kind of these, different higher level of monetizations for brand interaction as more brand advertisers enter the SoMe ecosystem. Most likely, those are going to be people that are verified or verified pages, so that the advertisers know, exactly who they are and, want to work with certain groups of people. But we're kind of working all those details out. But there will be this kind of SAT Elite program that we wanted to announce. And then as far as the card starter and their integration, once that's complete, that's going to allow SoMe to advertise card starters future IDOs directly from within the app and allow users who choose to interact with crypto-based ad content to participate and choose to boost those campaigns that they want to support. So there will be like a custom workflow inside of our app.
Also, staking ONG will yield SAT token for a short period of time? Is that what we're doing, or is it going to be in general?
The only way to get more of the SAT token, will be to yield farm by staking ONG. And so we have a special yield farming contract that we'll be releasing for that. And you guys will just be able to stake the ONG. And like I said, the existing hodlers who have SoMee points will get automatically a portion of SAT and of the other token as their bonus rewards. But aside from that, anyone who wants to accumulate more, they can just stake ONG. There will be yield farming. They can choose the contract that they want, the lockup period, and then there's higher yields, obviously, for a little bit longer staking that unlock. And it's all kind of designed to open up once our ad share is released, so that as this thing unlocks and as these contracts unlock, you'll be able to have the yield of the SAT to either interact with the new system that's released. And obviously, there will be a lot more activity and demand on the system at that time with the brands and everybody else that are going to be utilizing the SAT for their campaigns. So it's kind of all designed around that.
Yeah, there's some really good questions here. I don't know if we want to jump.
Yeah, I saw Bejo asked if there's an option to swap the SoMee points to ONG or to SAT. And yeah, inevitably, obviously, SAT is going live on Uniswap. So there's automatically the ability to swap between ONG and SAT once it goes live on there. To earn more, obviously, through the staking methods. That's just by staking the ONG. But as far as the SoMee points go, most likely we won't have a swap between SoMee points and any other ONG or SAT, but that'll just be an internal mechanism. The way that we designed it, obviously, is there's going to be specific things that we do on our platform and certain things that we don't do, just to keep for compliance purposes and also for other partners that like Skrill that really wanted us to enable cash out directly through their system. So that's what we're going to do in terms of design, is allow the SoMee points to cash out directly on via the Skrill application, and allow people to just cash out the points to whatever US dollar, or load on a debit card or something to spend immediately. So we won't allow.
What about
the SoMee
countries that
points
are banned by
to-
Skrill? Because there's a number of countries that are banned by Skrill.
There are a number of countries that are banned by Skrill, and unfortunately, they're not going to process points for those people. So right now, we're working on something, and I've had a number of people ask me, in our community about that. And what I told them is that, look, we're working on solutions to help people, to continue to empower them. We don't have any intention of leaving anybody behind. So it's just taking some time as we're working on all these things at once to kind of get it all put together. But give us a little more time on that one, and we'll have a solution for you guys. Another question looks like, have your own in-house wallet or using MetaMask integration? Now, that's a great question. We actually have our own in-house wallet, as well as people will. Let me accept this. I've been given control now of the session. I guess we lost Phillip. I think he had to.
Maybe his power went out again.
Some...
All right. Did you?
Yeah, he's been having some issues with his internet. Anyway, yeah, we have our own wallet, but we also are leveraging a new service that will be leveraged in our new wallet function. and basically allow people to connect any of their other wallets to the system. So if you want to connect MetaMask or some other services, I think there's a number of them out there that are included in this service. So we chose to do it that way so that we have our own wallet, but also leverage the power of this other service that enables people just to connect all their wallets. So yeah, definitely. Good question from Tim.
Are
Let's
you
see
reading from the
here.
chat or the questions?
I actually just read from the chat because I had my chat open, but now that I'm in control, I'm opening up the actual question.
Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me still?
Oh, hey, Philip's back.
Sorry about that. Ran into some issues here. That's why I transferred you with control. Wanted to give you that.
Hey, there he is.
Hi.
Nice to actually see somebody.
You get me for like 10 seconds and then I'm shutting off my camera. So, hi
I like
everybody.
that headset. Yeah.
And that's all you get. Bye everybody.
Glad you came back. We thought that maybe your internet went out again.
No, it didn't go out. I just look, there's a danger from working from home, and that's you have animals. And my animal decided to, hey, this would be really fun to play with daddy's Bluetooth dongle.
Oh boy.
So,
I just watched a video yesterday of this lady was on her computer and the cat was behind the monitor on her desk and swiped the paw, and I guess it was a big drink, knocked it right under her lap. So it happens to many people out there with COVID, working at home, and the change in the landscape. It's just comedy.
So I know that you like having control, but I'm going to take it back from you.
You can take the control back. There you go.
And we're actually going to go back one slide
Okay.
just for a second because I want to share something with the team.
Sure.
We did find it. Hello, it's here. So by default, we will actually support about 48 effects right out of the box. And those are just video effects. And there's a lot of effects. And we use the Effect TV capabilities. So as new effects get added to that project, we can support all of those effects. Plus, we get to create our own effects here for SoMee. So can you imagine turning somebody into the SoMee logo? Yeah, we can do that. And but I wanted to show you guys some of the effects and what they kind of look like here. I like the Fire TV one, turns you into fire, but you even get the Burning TV one, puts you on fire as well. I like the Streak TV. You get to like turn into a butterfly as you move, everything like tracks with you. But these are all the type of effects that you can actually have. Puzzle TV is fun. Turn yourself into a puzzle while you're talking to somebody. Can't get better than that. But these are all the effects that we support right out of the box. This one might be better for Aaron. What do you think, Aaron? You got the nice little anonymous one.
What was that?
Look at the anonymous one called Noise TV. We'll do that one every time you're on video.
Perfect.
How's that?
You got one that turns you into a cat? Aaron would like that.
I'm sure we can find one for that. I mean, we can do Life TV and Spark TV. Literally, these are all the type of effects that we support literally right out of the box. This one is hilarious. His face is not actually moving. He's just staring at the camera. The camera is moving his face for him, which is even funnier. But you know, like I said, it's like 50 of these things coming out at one time. And we can do all sorts of custom stuff with them. But then we can do custom things to add to your videos too. Like if you guys ever wanted to have one of those little SoMee coins with you while you're on video, we can overlay the SoMee coin with you. If you wanted to turn yourself into a cat, yeah, we can do cat hats for you as well. All sorts of stuff that we're coming out with. And marketing, I think, is going to have a blast with it.
Nice.
So let me go back to sharing material here. Broadcast. And skip ahead. Now we can get to the question and answer section for everybody. And no, I'm not coming back on camera. Whoever just asked that one, who did that? No, SoMee says I am not coming back on camera. So let's go with our questions here. I'll ask the question and one of our other lovely panelists or myself will chime in with the answer. We'll start out at the beginning with Jose. who says, I take the opportunity to congratulate all the team members for the great work they're doing. My question is, how do you see the project progressing by the end of the year? So that's up to you, Chris. How do you see the project progressing by the end of the year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be by the end of the year. We anticipate that we'll be into obviously full marketing scale. End of next month, we pretty much baked in all of the social media features and released the apps and everything else on web that people will be, using, and it'll be, you know, um, pretty much ready to start marketing. We will have the blockchain sidechain integrations done. Not to say that we are going to build out fully on any one infrastructure right now until until we know that we can actually scale properly on any one infrastructure and not have outrageous gas fees or something that really prevents the community. But we see by the end of the year that certainly we'll be ready to really take it to the next level and start scaling up our application, giving people all the features. We'll have all the features that are pretty much desired on social media. People will be earning for their content likes again. So we'll have the monetization points on. We'll have released the advertising ad share system. So kind of all the components will have come together into this new React Native app.
We're kind of getting back to that point we were at the end of last year. By May, June, July of this year, we're getting back to where we were at the end of last year, where we were getting ready just to turn everything on until we had to realize, nope, this app needs to be redone.
Yeah.
And so now that we've got the social media side done, we've got the blockchain getting development and get all that stuff situated by May, June, and July, come that point, everything just turns on. The advertising turns on, the side chains turn on, the blockchain's on, social media's up and running. Everything's there. So, by the end of this year, we're well past that point and everything's operational.
We'll have ad share and everything ready.
Yeah.
Over the summer.
Very exciting. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So by the end of the year, we really see the project ready to fully scale and go to the next level.
Which is cool. It's been a long time, but now we're there.
It has.
So our next question was 27 minutes ago from Kevin. I'm not going to try anything on the last name, so we're just going to say Kevin. And the question was no, I don't know why it keeps asking me that. Has there been any breakthrough with regards to funding since the last AMA?
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening on the funding front. So, we'll probably release things as we go, like once we close our round fully. But just to kind of give you an overview, I mean, this partnership with the accelerator program, for example, we know we'll raise capital with this program very quickly. Also, we are a finalist on. So this is not necessarily like our Regulation D funding, but with the Cardano program itself, we have made it into a final phase for their accelerator program
for
directly.
Fund 5, yeah.
That's for Fund 5. So we've kind of looked at we've kind of gone in a number of different directions where we're kind of looking at either accelerating or getting funded. On the funding front, we've had a couple participants in our Reg D, and we haven't been able to go live yet on Republic, but we're just even this weekend I'm working on the final documentation. There's a lot to get prepared and to get documentation together for the Reg CF, but that's pretty much
close to being done. So we'll go live on Republic and be able to raise. Since we're just doing a gap review, we'll raise like maybe 1 million. 1.07 is the cap, but once we get the full audit done, then you can increase that to 5 million. So which is like pretty much the cap of our raise. But I don't anticipate that that we'll really need to do that, just because we have some other options coming. This next week is a pretty big week for us on our funding front. So we have a lot of irons in the fire. So there's lots of progress. Can't say that it's closed yet, but we can just say that we've made a lot of progress, and there's
A lot of people want to
happening
partner
out there.
with SoMee too. A lot of projects have reached out.
Yeah, we're kind of getting to that point where they see all the progress we've made and the potential of the project. So we're getting a lot of partnership requests, and it's exciting to see. So I think it'll all come together. Timing is everything, and everything's kind of coming together now. So it's good to see.
And this is why I'm glad to be the CTO and not have to deal with paperwork. I just spend the money. I'll leave you to raise it.
Yeah.
Just spend the money.
You actually spend it very, very.
I spent it quite well, don't I?
Well, very frugally, actually. I will compliment you on that, because you're always looking to do things more efficiently or cost cut, which I appreciate.
So, Tomer, thank you for joining the AMA. I know you guys came in late on that one. That's perfectly fine. At the end of the AMA, we can do a quick resummary. Plus, we'll be posting this on our dev blog, and we'll be posting the video on YouTube and our dev blog as well. So feel free to watch it there. Our next question comes again from Kevin. With the open beta coming up on May 3rd, how are we thinking about supporting adoption of SoMee.social once the open beta takes place? So, marketing guy, how are you going to market us once we're in open beta?
We have several connections with various celebrities and influencers, and I mean we've gone through this like 100 different times. I mean, I can only repeat it so many times.
This will be 101.
Just wait until the marketing kicks off. That's all. Because I mean, you could say it as many times as you want until it happens.
Yeah, even on open beta, I honestly, on open beta day, we're not going to do anything from a marketing standpoint to try to push people into the open beta. We're only going to do that once all the other features are baked in and the monetization there. So give us another month beyond the open beta. The open beta is just for you guys, for all of the existing users, and whoever comes along to use the app, to be able to enjoy it and appreciate what's there. But once we actually start the marketing, you'll see the power of our marketing team. I think is the point that I'm trying to make. Just because we have so many things that are in our tool belt, and so many partnerships, so many different influencers and celebrities and different people who just like the project and just want to promote social media and something different. It'll get a lot of different attention in different areas. We're doing another segment, I believe next week, another couple segments for the NASDAQ. So we're kind of doing those things right now. You'll see us featured in different publications. And those NASDAQ series publish, Bloomberg, Fox Business. I think Vince asked us to be featured on another one of his networks,
Newsmax,
that has tons. Yeah, Newsmax. So there's a lot of traction that will happen through that just naturally. So, but we're not going to just try to focus towards an open beta marketing release just because we want to wait until we bake all the other features in, and then basically we'll put the full force of marketing behind it.
You mean you don't want to release a cake without frosting? Oh,
yeah. Yeah, we want to put the frosting on.
So Ian asks us a question. And I'm going to do, don't show this again. I'm tired of seeing this message. Staking ONG guarantees you to buy SAT in the DA in the IDO?
No, it's just that you can buy it just like everybody else at 0.005 for an IDO release. And if you and the only other way to get it after the IDO is by staking ONG into a special yield farming contract. And basically, you would just stake the ONG, you'll yield farm, and it gives you several different options. I think there's like 3, 6, 9, 12-month options that give you the opportunity to get like, 6, 7, 8, 9% APR on the yield farming. And so we'll be releasing that in due time. It's coming pretty much probably within the next week or so. That you'll have all those details, and that'll be the only other way to actually earn the SAT token until while we release it, until we release it on like Uniswap. So it's just a couple different options there.
Cool beans. So we're going to project the next question. If the SAT token will replace G-Bucks, what will happen to our current G-Buck holdings?
Yeah, so you guys will receive the SAT in place of G-Bucks. And in addition, folks who chose to double down on their points will receive a portion of SAT as well in there, and then they'll get another token inside of their wallet that will be able to interact and for powering up for content and voting power. So that way you'll have kind of all the different pieces within the new ecosystem. And yeah, so it'll just basically replace it. And it makes more sense, right? Like G-Bucks versus SoMee advertising token. Which one sounds more relevant to advertising?
Yeah, it does really make much more sense. So we have another question here from Tim. Why the Cardano network? It's not functional with smart contracts yet.
I mean, Cardano is just, they're not fully functional with smart contracts yet, but they're battle testing Plutus right now. And they have like 5 development teams that are like, battle testing it and just grinding through it. And they're doing the hard work that it's taking to prepare everything. So, and these integrations take a little bit of time. So, Cardano is going to be an awesome network to have integration with, simply for the smart contracts that are coming, for the metadata features that they're releasing. I mean, gas fees, there's like almost nil on Cardano. So all of the kind of the advantages that Cardano is offering just came highly recommended by a number of different folks. And once we actually started really digging in and looking into it, it just made a lot of sense for us. But as Phillip said, we're not completely building out on their ecosystem quite yet. So it's not like we're doing a full integration off the bat. So we're kind of slowly building into any ecosystem until we know exactly that we have all the capabilities. So once we find that we have the capabilities that we really need for an app of our type, then we can do further integrations.
Cool beans. So Caesar asks, what's the progress on the Catalyst Fund 5 submission so that I can help you guys by using my big voting power? Also, can I ask how much money you were applying for Fund 5?
Absolutely, yeah. Initially in Fund 5, let me see if I can get the actual link as well, because I have the link to our Fund 5, and everybody can go check it out. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Let me just refresh just to make sure this is the right. Yeah. So let me post this link. So in terms of the amount that we're asking for, we lowered it to 75,000. So initially we had asked for, pretty much the full amount, because our goal was, we laid out all 5 phases of our integration, and a full integration, and we estimated a cost of like around 300 grand for that integration. And through several discussions and going back and forth with people commenting and things like that, we went ahead and said, okay, let's lower it, and we'll just basically do this in phases so that we slowly build out. So the Fund 5, I don't know where I can comment this here. Let's see.
Just put it in chats, and I'll editor it as the answer for Caesar.
Into chats. Okay, here we go. There we go. Yeah, so there's our, I just posted it in chat here. There is our link to our proposal. It's dApps and integrations. And we have it broken out into, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or let's see, is there 5? There's 4 phases. UI UX, custom post objects, custom earning objects on a Cardano's blockchain, our DeFi crypto expressions feature. So there's a number of different things that we would integrate that would take time and effort.
You
we did lower
let
it
something
so that
leak there.
I did let something leak there. If you actually look at our Cardano idea scale, you'll see that we've actually proposed features there that we haven't even told you guys about, because we've been keeping it secret.
Typical Chris, always jumping the gun. I'm just kidding.
This keeps it exciting, right? You never know what little tidbit you're gonna learn. So we have a couple of new features coming that are integrating, that we're building out as kind of secret features. One of them is a DeFi feature that we call crypto expressions, and crypto expressions, are basically give you the ability to earn at the post level different types of currencies like Cardano ADA or BTC or LTC. There's going to be kind of a contract or something that you'll have to interact with in our wallet to add those features onto your post level. So that's exciting. So it's kind of social DeFi is what that is. And then the social NFT brings the NFT to the social feed. So if you guys want to see more information about that, go register on IdeaScale through the link I just posted, and make sure you grab some ADA on the way, and upvote us and vote for our.
Well, you need at least 1,500 ADA to vote, and registration. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's closed. I'm not 100%, but I think it's closed.
Oh, you can't register on IdeaScale?
No, not on IdeaScale, but I mean registering for voting, I think, is closed.
Oh, it's hard for me to keep up with everything that's happening on this catalyst.
The way, I mean, it's like a grand experiment, but I really, my hat's off to Cardano, because they have such a strong community, and the way that they're rolling this out is it's fun to participate in. I've been enjoying, because I've been participating in their town halls every week. It's a lot of fun. They have a great kind of methodology around all of this. So
the registration for voting hasn't even begun yet. So I'm wrong.
Okay. So go register, get set up on IdeaScale, grab some ADA, and figure out how to vote, and go vote for us. It was kind of funny. There was somebody who immediately joined IdeaScale, and what they did is they posted, I won't name him, but there was an influencer that talked about us poorly on his YouTube channel, and I did a response to his video and then we, through our social media channel on YouTube, we posted his response saying, "Hey, Guy, we did this response to your video points," and posted it on his page. And every time we posted it, he would delete our comment off of his feed. So obviously, anyway, somebody joined IdeaScale and immediately posted his video on our IdeaScale page. So we posted our response there as well and answered that. But we have videos there that, from BitBoy and from Crow and from a NASDAQ series that people can watch. And you can obviously see the team deck and the new features with the social DeFi and social NFT. So those are all there. And there's the picture and image of the video in the chat as well. So check it out. It's exciting. Thanks for asking about Fund 5. It's going well. We did lower the amount, so we could take a smaller piece of this Fund 5, and if the community votes it in and we win, then we'll immediately start the integration and building out. And by the time we get everything done, who knows, maybe they'll have Plutus and everything battle tested, and we can implement the smart contracts that are coming. And but in the meantime, we'll have at least a side chain implementation done. And once ready, the card starter bridge will be able to swap the ERC into the ADA ecosystem. So,
Well, that brings us into our next question here. Is ONG staying as the official SoMee token?
yeah, I mean, ONG is like our OG, right? Our original original gangster crypto. So there will always be uses for it within our system, and we'll do special things for it as a nod to that, because ONG really does stand for One Name Global, which is an acronym for our parent corporation. And it's something that that really I think is special to the community, special to us as a company. And so obviously it's going to interact continually with our ecosystem, and we'll have different things like staking it to get additional SAT, or for yield farming. So we're not going to just throw it out. And also there's a governance feature coming that will really drive the ONG utility for governance. So yeah, it's going to remain, and will stay as it is. But at some point we might, we may end up having to upgrade it. I think there's been a lot of upgrades in ERC protocols.
Well,
Or
we're going to have
something
to
different
switch the ONG token over to Cardano to build a smart contract for the staking of staking ONG to receive SAT. And then, when you stake your ONG, not only do you just receive SAT, but you also unlock higher tiers earning on the platform. So I mean, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, we have to shift ONG over to Cardano's blockchain to code a smart contract.
Well, yeah, there will be a cards bridge that will handle that for the SAT. But as far as the ONG goes, we can create the same type of bridge so that people can interact with both networks. It doesn't mean that ONG ERC token goes away. It just means now that you have a gateway into the ADA.
Yeah, it'll
be
more so a mint and burn function. So it'll keep the same max supply of 150 million across both Ethereum and Cardano. So
yeah, so if you swap it into ADA, the ADA ONG, it'll burn the ERC and mint, and then vice versa.
Right.
Okay. That was a lot of good information there. So let's go ahead and ask the next question. Are there other exchanges that will be added for us to purchase ONG on, or what exists at the moment, and how will it remain for the foreseeable future? Loaded question.
Yeah, we always have people approaching us asking us to list. We haven't really considered anything right now at the moment, but we may. It's just one of those things that there's a lot of irons in the fire, and it does take a lot to go through, and it costs a lot.
Yeah,
Generally,
the listing and the bridging is not cheap.
yeah, it's very expensive. So, we're trying to just focus on getting this done first, and then we'll focus on things like that.
Okay, great. And let's go ahead with great news with respect to the IDO with Cardano and CardStarter and the ONG SAT yield farming. CardStarter launches are getting quite a bit of attention from the market. What's the timeline for the IDO and the yield farming contract?
I mean, it's basically right around the corner. I mean, CardStarter is announcing the registration, I think, as soon as April 28th, and which is in like 4 days. And the sale will open on like May 3rd, I believe. So it's just really right around the corner as far as what their timeline is. And I know that they're moving very quickly. So because they're obviously have done this many times, they're the standard for these types of things, and they know what they're doing. So yeah, it's a quick timeline. So with that said, once the sale is over, then within 30 days they launch it onto Uniswap.
So we've got about 9 minutes left to answer some more questions here. So let me project the next one here. Since we have ONG and SAT, there will be a third main token tied to G Fuel, right? Will that be released after SAT or around the same time, or what's the deal with that?
It's coming. Yeah, we're just waiting on our team to kind of confirm a couple things, but yeah, that's right around the corner, and will be to follow so that we can complete the loop and have everything ready for you guys to to benefit from that next release, that's the content and the voting power rewards.
Yeah, that's May and June is our blockchain development month, so just give us some time. All right. I don't know if you have an answer for this one, but what is the total supply for the new SAT token?
I believe it is.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
1
it's 1
billion?
billion. The new SAT token is 1 billion max supply.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. 1 B.
And do we have an idea of when crypto effects or expressions will launch?
It's in basically the kind of the design phase, so it's not anything that is in full development yet. But it could happen, very quickly once we get that done, because it's all kind of done through smart contract and
I said
DeFi.
3 to 6 months.
Yeah, 3 to 6 months is a good, a good time. I would say probably more like 6 months.
So some of these next questions are all about tokenomics, and it's just going to basically be the same answer that we just gave you guys. For the new token that we're working on, May and June are our blockchain development months, with July being the release dates and all that good stuff. For most things dealing with the blockchain, obviously want to get it out sooner, but we always on our roadmap project later in case. So the answer for the tokenomics, the answer for the new token, the answer for the side chains, all of that information will come out within the May and June scope. So just give us some more time to get you answers on those, and we'll be able to answer those questions on tokenomics. As far as the SAT tokenomics go and things like that, the IDO information should be coming out any day. So that information you'll all be presented with, whether it's going to be a custom email to everybody, whether we post it on SoMee.social, put it in the Telegram group, have a special AMA, one way or another, we'll get the information to you guys.
Yeah, it's coming right around the corner.
So Tim made a comment. If people are gaining SATs for more likes, it creates an inflationary ecosystem. Can you speak about the token plan with regards to inflation and deflationary tokenomics?
Yeah, they're not actually gaining SAT for the likes. So that will be a different token altogether. Like it is now, where they're getting they've been getting SoMee points. So um, we'll have kind of the full system design released, and then you guys can kind of see the full scope of how it all works. But the SAT token is simply for the getting ready as we get ready to release the ad share system, and it's a special interaction only with ad share in respect to how you all will monetize your private data and interact with ads on the system and with the brands. And so that SAT token will just be strictly for that. And the brands will buy their campaigns strictly
When
in
you
SAT.
stake ONG, you receive
So-
SAT, but that's not going to be a large amount as it was in the beta. The beta that you guys kind of got to test,
Yeah, that beta, the beta that was released initially was like, congratulations for
really.
everybody who participated in that beta.
Thanks for being
I mean,
here.
the APR of 200% days
More than that, it was like
over
2,000%, maybe
and
even 20,000.
yeah, I mean 2,000, 20,000% APR. I mean, it was a ridiculous amount. And the fact that we had a dev team that really
Screwed
you know
us.
did
That's
things
the word you're looking
that
for.
really
Let's
it
be fair
benefited
here.
you guys, which is great, which we love, and we
Yeah.
love the fact that it was able to benefit the community, and people could earn a lot. But yeah, we have a much more sound system now, and I'll say it that way. And it's something that's more reasonable. So like APRs of, 6, 7, 8, 9% even are very nice. The tokenomics are being done very well for SAT. And the only way to obviously yield farm it was by staking the ONG into these contracts that you'll see that are coming out. But it's all done more professionally, more reasonable. We have great development team now, obviously, who rebuilt our app that is done in a way that gives us A+ code, and we're rolling out sound tokenomics, and very thoughtful around this. So we're in a way better position now to uh, to give you guys a platform that's sustainable, but that everyone can earn from and have a lot of fun on. And obviously, the biggest thing for us is that we want to release a product that puts you in control of your private information, that you can choose whether or not to share. And we have other tools and other things that are coming that we'll bake in later on that will just continue to empower the community. But we want to do fundamentally social media differently. Want to give you kind of what you're used to, but put a different spin on it that actually kind of changes the media landscape. So if we can do that, then we've been successful. And along the way, design it in a way that it's not crazy, like it was before. But we'll release as we go. Give us a little bit more time on on releasing these things, because we don't have the full picture yet. But let us complete our blockchain work and release our other token, and then you'll see kind of how it all comes together.
So I think, I mean, that's very important for people to realize exactly what we're working on. But yeah, let me see if I have something here to go on with that. I'm going to share something with you guys. If you haven't seen our new apps in the marketplace yet, you probably haven't seen these, but our entire mission with SoMee is to give you guys a voice and a control in social media that just doesn't exist. I mean, there's a lot of social media out there that claim to be private, but they're not really private. And they claim to give you control, but they don't really give you all the relevant control that you need. And then when you post a picture, they retain control of that and it never removes from their servers, or they sell that information out to advertisers and things like that. That's not SoMe's vision. So our mission, as you can see here, is just to inspire community. Our values are security, freedom, and privacy. We want to give you a secure environment to share your thoughts. We want to give you the freedom to say whatever you want to say, whenever you want to say it, and however you want to say it within reason. And we want to give you that privacy control. It's something that most people just don't give out. And then our promise to everybody here in this community is that it's your content, it's your copyright, it's yours, period. We just provide you the voice. We don't care what you do with your content. You want to share it with your grandma? Go ahead. You want to share it with your neighbor down the road? Feel free. It's your content, your copyright. And lastly, of course, the most important part for our blockchain people is that you post, upvote, and earn. So for us, SoMee is not just about monetization. It's also about that freedom of social media on a grand scale, giving everybody the voice that they so rightly deserve that they don't have right now. And that's the end of my soapbox.
Well said. Well said.
So let's talk about Raj's question here. There was talk about NFTs a while back. Will SoMee be launching its own NFT marketplace? Oh, I know this is your favorite topic, Chris. You want to expound on that?
Yes. Yeah, I'm all over NFTs. As a matter of fact, if you click the link that I posted in the chat and go to our idea scale, you can actually see the designs that we have for the SoMee NFT. We call it social NFT, and it brings NFT to the social feed. And it's very exciting that we have this feature
Now,
coming into
will
the
that
SoMee
allow
ecosystem.
privately minted NFTs? Say like, for instance, somebody wants to make an NFT out of like the picture of like their baby's first birthday or something like that. You know, like that. You know, somebody wants to keep as a memory.
So
Yeah,
our ultimate goal is to give you that, but I wanted to cut in before Chris commented on that for 2 points. The first point is being able to do social NFTs is something that's very hard for people, but we're going to put it into our ecosystem because it's just great. And number two, you can't just make an NFT out of everything. There are going to be limits. Some of the security that we have in place, make sure that you're not going to be able to sit here and do an NFT on copywritten photos, for example. But private info and private photos and custom photos that you make yourselves, by all means. But now I'll let Chris comment on that.
Yeah, no, I reiterate that. That's great.
Yeah, that
That's
was going to be
perfect.
my other question too, in regards to NFTs and allowing people to mint NFTs. Because I do work with BitBoy and other people within crypto. Are we going to need a NFT minting platform for that, or do we have everything kind of already set up?
Now we have a
Okay,
partnership that we can
okay.
use for that. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, once we announce the partnership coming for that, you guys will be very excited.
And as far as safety and security for copyright holders and things like that, when you guys try to create a social NFT, the system will go out and look for that picture on the internet. If it detects that it's copyrighted or used in many different places, it's not something that will be allowed. So you guys have to understand that from our point of view, we want to make sure that you're doing NFTs with original works or with private photos, things that are not everywhere on the internet. So it's a very dedicated platform, but I think it's going to be the best way to build confidence.
Will that
in this
allow
new
you to
type
do
of
video
NFT.
NFTs or just pictures and GIFs?
I love you, but let's just focus on GIFs and pictures for right now. We'll add video later.
Well, I mean, I could probably get
Yeah, I
some
mean,
people.
generally NFTs are like full videos haven't been done yet, but it doesn't. It's not to say that we couldn't try to do
There
a video.
are special types of GIFs and things like that that can support audio. It's a very special type of format. It's not something that most NFTs are currently supported on, and it's not something that's easy to put on the NFT or blockchain. So it is something that we can work on, but by default, it'll be GIFs or pictures.
Well, the reason I ask is because a big celebrity comes on SoMee and mints a video NFT, for their fans. I think it would be pretty big to market that.
As I said, we'll work on it. It's something that we'll work on for you, Erin. Don't worry about that one, okay?
I don't know that one.
Forgive my portal. She thought I was talking to her. So we do actually have a special request here, Chris, if you're open for it. For the next 2 or 3 minutes, one of our members would like to come up and talk. Is that all right?
Sure. Yeah, bring them up.
So Jayton, who we love hearing from, has requested to speak with everybody. So we'll go ahead and give him the floor for a few minutes. Assuming he's still there. Always like giving people the ability.
Oh, did he raise his hand?
While we wait.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he did.
Hello, Chris. Hello, Phillip.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hi there, Jayton. What can we do for you?
Yeah, see, I want to ask one thing. I mean, you guys said there are 2 tokens coming. One is SAT and one is another token for G Fuel.
I think we don't want to get you confused on this. The SAT token is the advertising token. And then
Okay.
we'll be able to take your points and go to our actual token. And then you'll be able to earn sidechain tokens as well for all the other side chains with crypto expressions. So think of it like us replacing the ONG token with a new token and then adding the SAT token for advertising, and then you have your internal points. You'll still get G Fuel and all that good stuff.
Okay. So this our ONG which is logged. So when we get the token, we get into SAT or in this G Fuel form. I want to ask you that.
Okay, so let me go ahead and have Chris answer how we would talk about doing that. And I thank you for your question today. Okay, Jayton? So Chris, there seems to be confusion about that. So do you want to talk a little bit more about, what the ONG token is, why it would be used for, what SAT is, and what our new token would be for?
Yeah. So, just like we have in our existing platform, we have the ONG that would come in and drive kind of swap into SoMee points, which then there was SoMee points, G Fuel, G Bucks, and it would create voting power when you would power it up. So in essence, we have a token that's coming in to replace the ONG, which will power the points, the G Fuel, and the G Bucks. Not the G Bucks, but the voting power. The SAT replaced the G Bucks, is replacing the G Bucks. So the SAT is the SoMee advertising token, which will interact with our new advertising system. So in essence, that's going to be really dedicated to that, like G Bucks were. And the new token that's coming to replace ONG will, in essence, be the same thing. It'll replace, it'll power up and give you guys content and upvoting rewards. And we may, we may end up renaming G Fuel at that time so that it's kind of all like really kind of understandable and clear as far as, how it all impacts everything. But in essence, it's the same thing where you power it up and it gives you the ability to have voting power and to earn your content and curation rewards. The ONG is still there as an existing token that will basically become a governance token, but we, for the time being, have allocated it as a mechanism for earning the SAT token for staking while we're waiting for the contract to go live on Uniswap. And we just wanted to give people the opportunity to do that. So it's not that we're like totally removing that from our environment. There's going to be opportunities for you guys to continue to use that, to stake it, to potentially unlock other features on the platform in the future. It's kind of a nod to our original token and our original brand. So we just didn't want to like throw it out and totally replace it. At some point, we may have to actually upgrade it to, the latest protocols. We've talked about that for a while, but I think we're fine for now. And just give us a couple more months in terms of like releasing that other. We'll complete our blockchain work and some other work that we have in the pipeline. and then you guys will see how everything kind of comes together.
Cool beans. And we did go a little long today, so this is the last question. What's happening on May 7th? That's a good question. What is happening on May 7th, Chris?
May 7th. May 7th. What is happening on May 7th?
I know on May 3rd we're going open beta, but what's up with May 7th?
May 7th was originally the date that the card starter IDO was going to start.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So is it? I guess it's May
3rd now.
Is it May 8th?
Yeah,
May
it's
3rd.
all
Okay.
lining up because
Yeah,
we're
so-
releasing the open beta on May 3rd plus the sale.
Yeah, May 3rd
Yep.
plus the IDO. Yeah, May 3rd is a big day. So yeah,
Okay.
we rolled that back to May 3rd, but yeah, it's right around the corner.
And no, guys, ONG is not disappearing. As we've been saying, ONG stays. It will have other purposes, and you guys are already elected to do your holds or your switches and all that good stuff
This isn't
to
really
get the new token. So don't
this
think
isn't really a
ONG is going
question,
away.
but this is a good suggestion. Adding intellectual property functionality to NFTs could be great.
Yeah, that's one thing that we want to do with social minting of NFTs, which is one of the reasons why we're doing the search on the internet for whatever images you're trying to use as an NFT to allow you to actually retain ownership. Now, there are limits to digital copyright and things like that, but that is one thing that I have been planning along with the social NFT is to be able to use the IP in the actual country that you have, if they have it electronic, to allow you to digitally copyright something that you own. But that's in the future and probably won't be out for a year or more. So don't worry about that. In the meantime, just understand that we are wanting to do social NFTs. We are wanting to make sure that they do protect digital copyright holders and at the same time allow you to NFT craft whatever your heart desires. In the meantime, though, we are well past our end for the AMA this time. I have scheduled all new AMAs all the way through 2025, so we shouldn't be running out of more AMA sessions.
Really?
I did. Yeah, I really did. It's like till March of 2025, they're all scheduled. So we shouldn't be running out of new sessions like we did this time around. Aaron will be posting that out. I'll make sure to include the link in our recording on the dev blog. Thank you, Chris, for coming in. I know that you're super tired and you worked all night. Thank you, AC, for coming in as well. And thank you guys here in the community. Yes.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you, Philip, as well. Thanks for another great AMA, and you guys all have
Later.
a great weekend.
Absolutely. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. Everybody take care.